Hey, my loves, it's your girl Cori Love here tonight with another great episode of the Cori Love Show. I am super duper excited. Y'all know I get really excited when I have entrepreneurs or just anyone on my live because it's just an honor for me to have them on my show tonight. We are going to be speaking with Shawn S. Shepard of Triple S Shots out of Atlanta. And I'm telling you, if you're not following her already, make sure you follow her on Instagram and sign up for her email list so that you can be aware of everything she has coming up. She has something very special that I'm gonna wait till the end of the show for her to tell you all about it. Okay. So, hey,
Hey, I'm
thank
so
you
happy
so
to be
much for
here.
being a part of the show. And I want you to
Yeah.
go ahead and just introduce yourself.
I'm Shawn S. Shepard. I reside in Atlanta, Georgia, but I also service DC, the DMV area. I'm a branding photographer. I help people elevate their brand with authentic imagery,
Mhm.
um, audacious imagery, page scroll stopping imagery.
Okay. Scroll stopping is right. I love it. I like that scroll stopping. So now I've been waiting all week. I literally been waiting all week to ask you this question. So, who was the first person to put a camera in your hand?
Wow. Okay. Dang. Okay, first, Corey, let me say that thank you so much for having me on your show. I've
Welcome.
I've been looking for this for weeks now, and I am just elated to be here. Like I have goosebumps. Okay. Anyways, to answer your question, my father was an avid photographer, but he was a hobbyist. So he would
Mm.
always have a 35 millimeter, which for the young kids, that's a film camera.
Mhm. Mhm.
He would always have a 35 millimeter camera, and literally, we have literally thousands and thousands of pictures of us when we were babies, when we were toddlers, when we were kids. Like he just was always taking pictures. And
Mhm.
so it was just something that was always there. I
Right.
never really paid attention. It was just normal. I thought everybody dad did that. And then one
Mm.
Christmas in high school, I really wanted a camera, and he bought me a little point and shoot Nikon camera, like the real small ones.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you couldn't tell me I wasn't it. I brought that thing to school. The pictures are terrible, but I brought that thing.
No.
I was taking pictures of my friends in class, of my teachers when they weren't looking, people who were falling asleep,
Oh
all
my God,
kinds of
you were
things.
taking pictures. No way.
So
That is
yeah,
cute.
that was my first little camera. Wow, girl, I forgot about that.
You just but what made him give it to you? Did you ask or did he observe you like watching him or what made him decide to give it to you?
I think I asked because during that time, I'm sure you remember point and shoot cameras, like the little pocket size ones.
Yeah.
They just got real popular at that
Oh, okay,
time.
okay.
And so it was my senior year of high school, and I was like, oh, and before that, we were all doing Polaroids, right?
Yeah.
I'm really aging myself right now, but we
Yeah. Don't tell nobody. We finna figure that out in a minute.
we were all doing Polaroid stuff, and they were just advertising it, and I was just like, I want one for my senior year,
Mhm.
and I brought it all the way with me to college, which I'm from Savannah originally. So I came
Mhm.
to Atlanta to go to Georgia State, woo-hoo,
Mhm.
and I brought it
Oh.
with me to college. And those pictures are trash too. Uh,
I would never know, but okay.
but yeah, I just wanted one, and he was like, I guess he probably thought, chip off the old block because he
Right.
got me one. Yeah,
Oh, that is so cute. I'm glad I brought that memory back for you.
me
Like I've
too.
been wanting to ask you that all week. And I love taking photos, but I'm not like a pro or whatever. I think I am, but I'm really not. So to
Yeah.
hear you say that the pictures were horrible, it's so funny to me. So you went to college and they were still horrible. So as you went along and you realized that the pictures were horrible, what did you do differently that they're now as amazing as they are?
So during that time, I didn't know they were horrible, right? And
You just
compared
thought it
to,
was good giving everybody their pictures.
yeah, I was the friend that was like, "Ooh, girl, pose this way. Ooh, girl," And so I didn't think they were horrible. I thought they were great. And probably for that
No.
time, they were great.
Mhm.
But I still didn't think anything of it. I was a marketing major. I was the captain of my dance team. I wanted to be a dancer. I wanted to be Sierra background dancer, Beyonce background dancer. That was my goal in life. And if that didn't work,
Mhm.
I was going to work for a marketing firm. Well, life didn't go that way.
Mhm.
And
Unfortunately.
after college, I was working at this 9 to 5 job, and it paid pretty good. And I started wanting to collect cameras, right?
Hmm.
And the most random desire. And
Mhm.
so this was back when eBay got really big. And so
Mm.
eBay was, and so all these
Okay.
collectible cameras that look like Lego blocks, all these type
Mhm.
of things were the thing. And so I was like, oh, I want me a camera. So I ended up getting a camera off of Craigslist.
Mhm.
Craigslist, before Craigslist got too shady.
Yeah.
And
Unfortunately, because I used to like me some Craigslist though.
girl, but I wasn't no fool. I had my boyfriend come with me. We met this
Right.
person at the
Right.
mall, and we did the exchange, and I had this camera, and I was like, okay, I got this camera now. Let me start playing with it. And
Mm.
to make a long story short, my pastor found out that I had this camera, and she was like, would you like to take pictures at the church? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. I want to take pictures at the church,
Mhm.
not knowing that my pastor, who is Apostle Brenda L. Bronner, she is
Okay.
a
Shout out to
media
the church.
shout out. She is a media, she was a media specialist. So she had been on TV, radio, everything. And she was just
Mm.
basically giving me this training. And I don't think she knew it at the time. I didn't know it at the time. But she was giving me this training about, how to handle your clients and how to pose people and, what to do. And there was so many mistakes, fumbles and bumbles on my end.
For
And she was so
real.
patient with me. And then I
That's so
started to think,
hard.
yeah. And then I started to see my work, and I was like, I'm actually kind of good at this.
You seeing the growth.
I saw the growth, and
Right.
it just took off from there.
I love that. And she probably saw something in you and said,
Mhm.
let me help let me help a little sister out in the church. That's amazing. And thank you for shouting out your church. That's really good. That means you love that. So you've been at the same church a long time then.
I have been at the same church for a long time, since 2014. No, 2011. Since 2011.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
really good. Ooh. Oh, ooh, okay. That's awesome. Folks don't think church so long no more, but that's great. I'm glad. I am glad for that. Now, do you have, so me, I told y'all I think I'm a photographer too. I have all the equipment so much. So I love doing event photos, and I like doing event photos because you don't have to edit. That's my trick to it, right?
Right.
What would you consider your favorite shoot that you might have done? Events or regular photo shoots? Like what would
Right.
you call them?
Portraits.
Portraits. Okay.
Yeah. So I ain't gonna lie. Events are great because you make money really fast. You turn around. I still edit my event photos, but I don't do like skin retouching or anything like that. So you
Right.
can turn them
Okay.
around really
Mm-hmm.
fast. Those are great. Portraits are great too.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but my first love, I would say, would be weddings.
Oh.
Wedding yanked me by the collar. Like, I did my first wedding with another photographer. I was second to her, and I told her straight up, I was like, I ain't never did a wedding. I don't even know if I like weddings. And she was just
Mm-hmm.
like, just come do your thing. Da, da, da. I was hooked. After that one wedding, I went home and slept for 24 hours. I was exhausted.
Oh wow. It was a
I was
lot.
exhausted, but I instantly fell in love with weddings. And then um I've always had a business mind. I went to
Mm-hmm.
school for business. I've always had this, a little bit of art, a little bit of, business mindset. And I had been looking for a way to merge the two my whole life.
Got it.
And it's kind of just one of those things that's just in the back of your head. You don't
Mm-hmm.
really think about it every day.
Mm-hmm.
And when I saw the need for brands to
Mm.
create content, to be competitive in this social media market that we live in right now, I was like, this is it. I'm able to use the artistic side of my brain. I'm able to use the business side of my brain, and I can marry the two. So weddings were my first love, but I think branding and marketing and all of that, that's like, that's my forever love.
I didn't know. I just assume you're a photographer. That's just it. You know, you see people, this is what they do. And I just learned something, that you went to school for business and marketing. So that's amazing. And that leads me to why your 30-day real challenge was so laid out. Like, listen, let me tell you, that 30-day, I said, oh my God, 30 days, Lord, give me the strength, let me do it. But it was so well detailed and laid out. I mean, you gave three tasks for each day for 30 days. So really you gave 90 or more really great information for branding, to if you have a business or whatever you're doing. So for me, it worked for every niche, and even your personal. So that's why that was so good. That's what you do. Like, this ain't no play thing for you.
No, and shout
I
out
love that. So I learned something new.
It was my brainchild, and I planted the seed and all of that. But I just got to shout out my assistant Kiara, because she really helped me fill in the blanks on a lot of days. She helped me format it, but because
shout out Kiara, you did that, baby girl.
Okay, I am not an island. I believe in working together with people, collaboration, and not taking all of the credit. But yes, that was my brainchild, and it came together so beautifully, and it helped so many people, because the number one complaint I was getting was, I don't know what to post. I don't know what to do. And I got so tired of hearing it. I was like, okay, I'm gonna tell y'all what to do.
I mean, listen, and I when I signed up, I was like, dang, I might not do. I know I ain't gonna want to do, because sometimes I just don't want to post. I'm just gonna keep it real. But when I saw that, I was like, there's no reason why I can't. Why I shouldn't? Like, everything is there, different days, ideas, which like that's, I'm telling you, that should be a number one seller. Like, people need to get that. I'm telling you, like, if you need me to do a review, I'll do a review, because it was really, really good.
Thank you. And
I mean, 90 days worth of content.
Yeah, I'm gonna release another one, but it won't be free. So if you didn't jump on this first one, sorry for you.
Yeah, you're lost.
Yeah, my goal was to do 3 times a day, and I'll be transparent. That didn't happen.
I did. If I did one, I was real happy with myself.
But I did at least 1 time a day. Yeah, I did at least 1 time a day.
But now, I know in photography, or basically in any business, you get some type of questions and you're like, yo, are you serious? Like, no, this can't be real. What type of question, or what was something maybe a client have asked you to do for a shoot or for branding or whatever? What's like the weirdest or most like, what the
hell? So if you guys don't follow me, please follow me at @triple_S_shots, because I make reels about this all the time.
And that's what I'm saying.
And I try not to make it so obvious, because I don't want anybody to feel attacked.
Yeah.
Because if I make a reel about it, it's because at least 5 people have done it, at least. So I never want any one person to feel attacked. But if it's something that keeps happening, I'm like, okay, I need to talk about this.
Listen,
but I get things like, people wanting all of their photos, but as a photographer, think about it. Think about when you went to JCPenney's or Olin Mills to get your photos, right? You went.
Oh my God, you went back all of it.
Think about when you was in high school and you got your senior photos done, right? When you go to, as a business, you get to see your photos, and then you choose the ones that you want. And based off of a price point, if you want more, you pay more.
Pay for that, yeah.
I didn't create the rules. I didn't create the structure. It's just the nature of the business. But I don't know if it's because I'm down to earth. I don't know if it's because I'm a sister girl. I don't know if it's because I don't have a huge brick and mortar, but people always be like, well, why can't I get all the photos? Or why won't you take the watermark off? And I'm like, that's not how this works.
Right.
If I gave all my photos away from free, I wouldn't make any
Ain't
money.
nothing.
And it's like, if this is the structure of my business, I don't go to your job and tell you how to do it. So,
Right. And
you
I
know,
feel like they're losing out a lot because when I look at your energy doing these shoots, the places that you find, I mean, I don't know if all that's included or they suggested, but you find the gems, you know what I mean?
we're constantly scouting locations. We're constantly it's an art form, but it's also a business. And like, we train for this, we practice for this, we spend hours, we spend thousands of dollars on equipment. If I take a picture of you and it doesn't need editing, I had to learn how to take a picture that good.
Good. Yeah.
That's not something that I can necessarily put a price tag on it. So if I charge a certain amount, it's because I'm not charging you to click a button. That's not what you're paying for. You're paying for all of the years that I studied this craft. If you had an enjoyable time during your session, do you know how many women complain about male, I'm no offense to male photographers, but the truth is the truth. Male photographers, oh, they were a creep. I felt uncomfortable. Da 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 da. A lot of times artists are just socially awkward, right? So if you have a good experience with me, it's because I am the sauce. I am part of this package, right?
Yeah. And your energy be so high in the video. So
and we're human. I might deal with a death in the family. I might have a bad day. And I come to this session. I put all that behind me because I want to make sure that you have the best experience possible. And when people don't value all that goes into it, 9 times out of 10 is because they're just not educated. So I don't take offense by it. But it is disheartening sometimes because it's like, yo, like, and I think it's just because we live in an age of iPhones where people just feel like their phone is just as good as the camera.
I'm telling you, I saw somebody made a post. It might have been you. I don't remember. I don't want to say it was you and it wasn't you. But somebody made a post and said, business owners, yes, iPhones are great, but they're not professional headshot photos. Sometimes it'll work. It'll be good, but they're not. So pay a photographer. When I saw that, I was like, why are you throwing shade? Because I should take this with my phone. There's a big difference.
But it is a
client that I tell her that I said, get a photographer, because when I use it to put it on the flyers, it's not the same quality. It doesn't have anything to do with me creating it. It's the quality of your photos, you know. So I'm glad you said that, because that is a big deal. That is definitely, it makes a difference. iPhones are really good to share photos with your family, but if you want to come across professional, get a photographer with the right gear. And that leads me to the next question. I know a lot of photographers, because I told you I've done a lot, and it's expensive, and I ain't even no pro. I don't do it to get paid. Like, I just do because I like it, and it's expensive. Like, I got lenses. You'll be like, girl, why you can't do? Like, I do them, but I wouldn't, like, I've charged people, but they came out good, thank God, luckily. But it'd be me nervous.
I'm gonna get you right. I'm gonna get you
Please, I'm telling you, do that class, I'll take it because I got the equipment. But there's a lot of gear that, you know, y'all purchase and buy, and you need this and this certain lens and so forth and so on. What's a piece of gear that you have bought and you look back on it, you be like, what? Because I know there's the essential ones that you need, but is there any time that you look at your gears and be like, why did I buy this again? I don't need this.
So I'm about to tell on myself. I like to call it frugal. Okay. Some would call me Savvy Shawn.
I like that. Savvy Shawn. I like that.
I'm Savvy Shawn. So my first professional camera, not the one that I got off of Craigslist, but my first professional camera was a $500 camera. The camera was 10 years old when I bought it.
Really?
I kept that camera in 2015. I got it in 2015. I didn't switch out from that camera until 2020.
Was it a Sony?
It wasn't a Sony, it was a Nikon.
Okay.
Or Nikon, depending on where you are in the
I don't
world.
know which one it is either.
But I believe in using what you got. Use that thing till the wheels fall off.
Yeah.
And then allow your business to afford you to get something else. So whenever there's a piece of equipment I really want, I think about it and I ruminate about it for months. It has to make financial sense in order for me to get it, or it has to make business sense in order for me to get it. And so I can honestly say, like, there's not one piece of equipment that, if anything, the only mistake I think I would consider, which is not a mistake, just a learning curve, which would be early on, I bought cheaper equipment thinking it would be just as good, and then it breaks, it breaks faster. But other than that, I'm sorry, I'm cheap. I'm like, look,
you're
how
frugal,
this gonna make
savvy
money?
Shawn.
How am I gonna make money on this in the next 90 days?
Makes sense. That makes a whole lot of sense. Now you got me thinking if I really need to get that Sony or just work with what I have, because I have a Canon.
What you got, master it, because there's a sense of fulfillment. When you've mastered it and then you graduate to something bigger and then you experience, then you can see, that's why this one costs this much, because it does this. And because the image quality is this, you'll actually understand why it costs. When you just get stuff that just is better because it's a higher price tag or it's newer, then you haven't really educated yourself on why the equipment works the way it works. And so you'll still run into those same issues, like with lighting. Why doesn't my lighting work? Well, you don't understand your camera. So it might not be a lighting situation at all. It might be a setting on your camera.
Wow. You just dropped some gems real quick, literally.
Look, in photography or any other kind of business, we think that we always need the greatest and latest and all this stuff like that. What it's in your house, okay? This is coming from my pastor. What God has for you, if God put in your heart a passion, a job, a career, a business, an organization, whatever it is, he's already giving you what you need to get started. You might need more things as things go along, but to get started, you got everything you need. And if you don't have it, he's going to provide it for you. So you ain't even got to be looking at your bills like, am I going to pay my mortgage or am I going to get this equipment?
Yeah, wow. That's deep. That's a message in itself right there. Really, really is. Wow. Ooh, okay, yeah. I'm telling you, those of you that are tuning in, make sure you get this. Rewatch it if you have to, okay? So tonight, again, we're speaking with Shawn S. Shepard out of Atlanta. Well, she's in Atlanta now, and she is at _S_shot or shots. Shots. Okay, so if you're into this, and so we're gonna segue right into this now. I know you have a really amazing content brunch coming up, and I'm like, oh my God, I gotta be there. It's gonna be so dope. It's like 3 or 4 photographers, but tell us about it. Tell us about the content brunch.
Okay, so the content brunch is October 29th. We're going to be meeting in Atlanta around 10:30 a.m. There will be, we're going to be at the Bakery Co-work, which is a co-working space that's basically designated for women, but anybody can come to my event. And this space is luxurious. It has all of the vibes. It has all of the aesthetics. There are 6 content rooms with 6 different themes and 6 different aesthetics. There is a black cyc wall, and cyc wall just means that the wall is continuous from the floor to the ceiling. There's a white cyc wall. There's a black cyc wall. There's dressing rooms. We're going to have brunch. And when I tell you, the food is going to be amazing. We're going to have mimosa. So if you like to sip, because a lot of people come to photo shoots nervous. So we're going to have little mimosas to kind of ease your pain. Ease your nerves. We're going to have my marketing strategist. His name is Lou. He is amazing. Between me and Lou, we've helped one particular client, she made the most sales in 1 week after working with us. So Lou is the
Nice.
dude. He got all the knowledge. He's going to be there. I'm going to have a stylist there by the name of Omaya. So if you need help with your outfits beforehand or during, we got somebody for that. We're going to have volunteers there. So if you need help with behind the scene footage, Reels footage, TikTok footage, we're going to have people there. I plan to have models in the room. So if you have a product or a service and you don't want to be in the picture, we're going to have models to model your stuff for you. Okay. There's going to be 4 photographers, including myself, 4 phenomenal photographers that I handpicked. They are branding photographers, they're portrait photographers. They know how to handle, they know how to move people, they know how to pose. Like, these aren't just some people off the street. Like, I handpicked all of these people.
I ain't gonna be one of the photographers. Yeah.
You can be a volunteer if you want.
Yeah, I go. I can't do the photos.
And this is going to be, I call it a photo shoot on steroids. This is going to be a day, probably about 3 to 4 hours, maybe 2 to 3 hours, where you're going to go and get enough, hold on, come close to the screen, enough content to last you until 2023, y'all. 2023.
Wait a minute now, hold on. So stylists, models for your food, drink, 4 different photographers.
4.
In all these different rooms for
Is
there a payment plan? Can I use it on all?
There is.
What is it called?
There is.
After pay? It is? Girl, I was playing, but yeah, tell me about that.
There's 2 types of tickets. There is the general admission ticket. There's the VIP ticket.
Okay.
So
I got an extra mimosa with the VIP.
You get you get an extra mimosa. You get retouch photos with the VIP ticket. With the general admission, you'll get all of your photos, but they won't be retouched.
Right.
But with the VIP ticket, they'll be retouched. And so right now we have an early bird special. So right now is the time to get it. Because you're basically going to get the VIP ticket for the price of a general admission. So
are you still able to do payments if you grab it?
So there is only $150 to reserve your ticket. You can pay the remainder in October. But if you want an actual like payment plan, just email me directly. I got you. I got you. Like,
and give them your email.
My email is going to be sss.info2015@gmail.com.
Got it. And I'm definitely drop this in the description.
Yep, please do.
That's a lot. That's a lot, though.
It's a lot.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. And when you think about, if I book a photographer for a branding shoot, for one photographer for one branding shoot, if they're a real professional photographer, you're going to pay way more than what you're going to pay.
And you don't get no changes.
And you don't get no brunch. And you don't get no mimosas. And you don't get a marketing strategist. So I'll see y'all there.
What's the date?
October 29th. October 29th. Be there. If you're not there, and this is the most important part. Only 20 tickets.
So it's okay. I think I'm gonna reserve mine tonight.
Because I wanted to fly in.
That's a lot.
I wanted to make sure that whoever is there, we're able to really give them the attention that they deserve. I don't want 100 people there and people feeling left out, people feel unheard. No, it was important to me that we have an intimate event, and hopefully I'll be able to do this maybe every quarter or something like that. We'll see how this first one goes. So if y'all want me to do this again, sign up.
We gotta let you know. Yeah, I'm no lie. I'm gonna have to fly in for that one because that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a steal of a deal. And if you've seen her photo, I haven't seen the other photographers, but I love just your energy. That's I think how I ended up following your page because I'm like, I like her.
If you go to www.triplesshots.com, it spells everything out. The 3 other photographers, I put them on there. I put their Instagram. So you can go and check out their work.
Look at them.
but I promise you will not be disappointed. And any one of the photographers that I brought on, they are all beasts in the game. They haven't gotten too big that you can't reach them.
What sold me was when you said they're stylists, because that's my thing. I like never know how to, like, I have stuff, but I'm like, I don't know how to put it together. So I'm booking. I'm coming. I am going to do that. I got to fly in, but it's going to be worth it because I have a lot of content, so my stuff will look great. Yep. You know? So triple underscore S underscore shots on Instagram. Once you go to her page, and I'll drop everything in the description, make sure you follow her page so you can find out more about this and book your spot. I'm telling you, just listening to all of that, and you get food and drinks, that alone would have sold me. But the stylist part is what sold me more so than ever, because that's always my big issue. But again, guys, we're speaking with Shawn S. Shepard, triple S. That's the point. Do you know I figured that out after I made your flyer? I was like, I was like, oh, Shawn S. Shepard, triple S. Yeah, I'm a little, sometimes, but I appreciate you so much. Like I always tell everyone, when you come on my show, it makes me look good and I make you look good, and we're supporting one another, because if there was no you, there would be no Cori Love Show. And that goes as well for you, my audience. Thank you guys always for tuning in, and y'all already know what's up. It's going to be the game part of the show. So I'm going Would You Rather again.
Okay.
Because she's a photographer. I want to know which things you would rather. So, all right, you ready? So I'm going to give you 2 words. You're going to say A or B, whatever it is. And if you want, you can explain why. You don't have to, but let's go. All Photo shoot or capture events?
What kind of event?
Oh, I don't know. Party.
I'm gonna say photo shoot.
I would say party because I know you like wedding events, so parties.
Okay, party. If they feeding us, party.
Oh, Sony or Canon?
Neither. Nikon. Do I have to pick one or the other?
No, I mean, you say what you like. Nikon.
If I had to pick between the two, Sony.
People like either or. Okay, cool. Sony, so we're sleeping on Nikon. Got it. Edit five. Would you rather to edit 5 photos or send raw pics?
The lazy part of me wants to just send the raw. But because my name on it, I edit 5.
I knew you would have said that. I knew that. Oh my God. Outside photography, I don't even know if I'm saying the terms rightly. Like, do you rather outside photography or would you rather do it in studio?
Indoors. Ain't nobody got time to be outside. It's hot.
Okay, got it. RAW or JPEG?
RAW. Absolutely. Because RAW, you can manipulate it more. You can edit it. You have more things that you can edit in RAW. JPEG is a compressed file and you can't do as much with it.
Got it. Okay. Final Cut or Adobe Premiere?
Final Cut was my jam. Okay, and then they took it away.
It was my jam.
And then they brought it back. So I'm gonna say Final Cut, even though I use Premiere Pro, Final Cut was the shiz not.
I like that. Oh my, you were funny. That was fun. I always love this part of the show because you get to learn a little bit more. We ask a question and it's like, but then it's like the energy come out. So this is fun. Listen. I'm laughing at you at the parties. You think about your stomach because I be wanting that food too, honey. Listen, I like that. I love that response.
Look, before I was a photographer, my Instagram page was That Dancing Girl.
Oh,
because I danced. I was always dancing. But even when I wasn't performing, I was always dancing. So if you hire me come to your party, I will be on the dance floor. I'm gonna be taking pictures, but I'm gonna be dancing at the same time.
I'll
be taking pictures, but I will be doing the wobble with you.
You need to come to Miami to do. I mean, we could try to, do a weekend like you do DMV and Savannah, it's
Yeah,
just to get the people. Cause I'm not gonna have you flying here blind, you know, it gotta
I'm
be
coming.
worth it.
I'm coming.
Definitely, again, guys, make sure you follow her. Check out, I want you to follow her to see how amazing she is, her energy, her content, and just knowing that I haven't worked with her yet, but I'm going to, because I just love her energy and I know it'll be worth it, because I've seen her reels and how she works with her clients, the spaces that she finds, the gems. Like there's places in Atlanta that I see that she finds, and I'm like, oh, I don't know Atlanta that much, but I kind of know it a little bit. So it's like, oh,
Right.
what did I say? So I want you to follow her if you're in Atlanta, DMV, or Savannah area. Check her out, hit her up. Get your stuff done. And if you are really serious about your brand, check out the content brunch, because that's a lot. I don't want y'all to miss it. I'm not gonna miss it. I'm about to go put my coins together, book my spot, and make sure I am there. I'm gonna fly in. I'm so serious. Listen, and I'm gonna go live about it with y'all. So make sure you follow me as well. If you're tuning in on YouTube, you're not already subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe to my channel, The Cori Love Show. Follow me on Instagram at The Cori Love Show. And follow my girl Shawn S Shepard, triple S underscore, no, triple underscore S underscore shots, and get that package deal going. So your brand could look good, your page could look good. You know, you look good, your business look good, everything looks good. So,
and let me say this, Cori, Miss Cori Love, I just appreciate you so much. Obviously, I will never be on Oprah show because Oprah show don't exist. And I may never be on Sally Jesse Raphael or Ricky Lake.
Girl, you were telling your age. You said Ricky Lake. Oh my God.
Or
that was my
Queen
show.
Latifah. You know, Queen Latifah had a show. Queen Latifah.
Yeah, for a little bit.
Arsenio Hall. I might never be on the late night show, but I was on the Cori Love Show, baby. Okay. And this is the highlight. Okay. This is the highlight of my week, of my month, of my year. Thank you so much, y'all. Y'all, we got a gem right here, and she needs to be protected at all costs. Okay.
Period. And have your pastor pray for me, girl.
I will.
Yes. Is apostle? I'm be liking to say their titles wrong. You said apostle.
Apostle. Yeah.
Okay, but make sure. Yes. And I appreciate her for doing that for you. And thanks to your dad, most of all, for putting that camera in your end and bringing you where you at. And I wish you nothing but the best and success. You just need that celebrity to take off. You in Atlanta, girl, we're gonna find one. We're gonna find one so it can happen.
Celebrities are great, and I would love for one to take me underneath their wing and like shoot me through the roof. But I just love everyday folks. I love us. I think we should be celebrated. I think we should be highlighted. You know, I think that we all have stories that need to be told. And as much as I would love for somebody, you know, who is a celebrity to take me up or whatever, I'm rocking with us. Yeah, I'm rocking with us.
I love that you said that, because that's one of the reasons why the Cori Love Show started, actually, because people were saying, I can't get on so-and-so's platform. I was like, you know, someone said, you should just do a show because you do lives with people all the time. And here I am, almost 3 years later, over 100 and something interviews. And I'm going higher. I'm taking it to a whole nother level. Y'all just wait. That's why I need the photos, because it's going to be a big old change, y'all. I'm excited. And I'm excited for you too. Like, we're going to be in touch regardless anyway. We've been in touch way before this, and now this is going to be more. So, again, thank you. You made me blush so much. I really like I'm blushing. So thank you so much again. And guys, again, follow both of us. And as always, it's your girl, Cori Love, guidance, lessons, and love. And I will see you all